What's the one tiny mistake at the airport that could leave you stranded without your medication, denied at the gate, or even told you can't fly? It happens more than you think, and today I am going to walk you through the real rules airlines and security don't always spell out. Because one slip could ruin your trip, stick with me until the end, because I promise some of these rules in 2025 will surprise you. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever stood in that TSA line with your heart pounding, watching your bag get pulled aside, wondering if they're about to toss your pills or that expensive cream, you know the panic. But here's the good news. Once you know the rules, security doesn't have to be stressful. In fact, it can be quick, smooth, and worrying-free. That's what we're breaking down today. The very first rule is simple. If you need it, it never leaves your side. Your checked bags? They get delayed, rerouted, sometimes even vanish into an airport black hole. Now imagine your insulin, your blood pressure pills, or your inhaler in that missing suitcase. That's not just inconvenient, that's dangerous. Always keep your medication in your carry-on. It stays with you, it's reachable mid-flight, and it won't disappear. But let's talk about pills. Inside the US, so really doesn't care if you use a weekly pill organizer. You can carry loose pills, even in a simple plastic bag, and technically you're still within the rules. But here's the catch. If an officer sees unmarked pills, they might stop you, ask questions, slow you down. If you keep them in the original pharmacy bottle, it's smoother, faster, and leaves no room for doubt. Now, if you're flying internationally, organizers are a problem. Customs officers overseas want labels, they want your name, they want your doctor's information. So in the US, organizers are fine. Abroad? Only original bottles, with your name clearly printed. Now about liquids. Everyone knows the famous 3.4-ounce rule, right? Well, here's the secret. That rule doesn't apply to medicine. Prescription creams, syrups, insulin, even gel packs for keeping medication cool, all allowed. The key is how you pack them. If you toss them in your bag like regular toiletries, you'll trigger a search. If you separate them in a clear pouch and tell TSA they're medical, you'll usually fly right through. Sometimes they'll do a quick test, sometimes just a visual check. But when you declare them, the process is fast and painless. What about syringes, pumps, or inhalers? Yes, they're allowed. Just make sure syringes travel with the medication they belong to, and keep them in a hard case for safety. If you wear a medical pump or CGM, you don't have to remove it, just tell the officer. And here is something many people don't know. TSA has a program called TSA Cares. If airports make you nervous or you need extra help, call them 72 hours before your flight. They'll assign someone to guide you through security. That little phone call can remove so much stress, but let's say the worst happens. You forget your pills at home, don't panic. In many countries, pharmacies can issue an emergency refill. But there's one condition you need proof. A photo of your prescription, a doctor's note, even a picture of your pill bottle can work. No proof, you're stuck with whatever over-the-counter substitute they can give you, and that's not always safe. So before you travel, snap a quick picture of every prescription. That small habit could save your health. Here's another mistake many travelers make. That free little wine bottle on the plane looks tempting, but mixing alcohol with medication can hit you harder midair. It can make you dizzy, weak, even dangerously drowsy. Some meds even react badly with melatonin or herbal pills. Always check before mixing. The last thing you want at 35,000 feet is your body turning against you. And don't forget time zones. Crossing them throws off more than your sleep. It messes with your medication schedule. Some travelers skip doses thinking they'll catch up later. That's risky, especially with blood pressure or diabetes medicine. Talk to your doctor before you fly. Work out a safe adjustment, and avoid guesswork. Now, even if you do everything right with your meds, there are other traps waiting at the gate in 2025. Airlines have gotten ruthless with carry-on bags. If yours doesn't slide perfectly into that metal rack, They'll make you check it. Refuse, you won't fly. Gate agents are stricter than ever, so measure before you pack. Here's another one that catches people off guard. Your flight time is not your boarding time. Airlines often close the gate 15 minutes before departure, sometimes earlier if everyone's boarded. I've seen passengers sprint up while their names were being called, only to find the doors sealed shut. Once that door closes, it never reopens, so always be earlier than you think you need to be. And please check the name on your ticket. If your ID says Samuel but your ticket says Sam, you could be stopped at the gate. The names have to match exactly. One guy thought it was funny to book his friend's ticket under a silly nickname. Funny until his friend couldn't fly. Don't let a typo ruin your trip. There are more traps over booked flights where someone gets bumped. Strong scents like perfume or smoke that can trigger complaints. Passports that expire in less than 6 months. Sometimes it's even a glitch in the booking system where your ticket looks confirmed, but the airline doesn't see it. And yes, there are rare cases where people get flagged by mistake, pulled aside, and told they can't board. It happens, so here's the takeaway. Keep your medication in your carry-on. Use original bottles if you're crossing borders. Declare liquids, snap photos of prescriptions. Know your airline's deadlines. Double-check your ticket, and above all, stay calm and polite at the gate. Because the truth is, a little preparation can mean the difference between a stress-free trip and watching your plane take off without you. And now I want to hear from you. What's the most stressful airport moment you've ever had? Drop it in the comments. If this helped, share it with a friend who travels with medication. And make sure you subscribe, because in my next video I am uncovering one airline secret they definitely don't want you to know.